So this is another tutorial on Greebling. The most important thing about Greebling is to use small parts. And as you can see, I use a lot of small pieces and like here a minithick weapon. And these parts are tiny. It's a lot of the same ones, but if you use them all like in a different way, you can make something cool. And also a very, like, if you don't know where to start, what I do is I get to my I have it open somewhere here. I didn't know where to start on this reroll session, so I started right here. So I made some random pieces, but I'm like, I don't know what to make. So I started with this thing going out of the ground. And then my mission is to get this piece with bars and hoses all the way to the other side. And then make things around it to fill up the gaps. So that's what I did here, where I started. You don't need to do this on the entire Greebling thing you have. For example, I have something going out in here, going through here. Maybe you can like paint it, like it goes, that's white. I don't know. Maybe something bright. So it goes through here, there, there. No, not that far. There, down here, and then into these things. So that's just like a pipe doing one thing. And then there's also this thing over here. Let's give this another color. This thing goes from down here, up, through here, through there, through here, and then goes back down again. Another pipe goes from somewhere to another place, but you don't need to do that everywhere. You can really just get something at the bottom and put things over it and overlap things. And here, a very small example, a 4x4 plate. And if you want to greeble this, you just place some random pieces. Start with always like a small piece, like 1 by 1, or just things that are small like this. Like, don't place, if you want to greeble, generally don't use bricks. As soon as you start to use bricks are very chunky. If you want to use like 1 by 1s, I generally use barrels, or if you go to modified, you could use these ones in like big greeble things, or these ones. These are more decorated versions. Make it look like it's made of more pieces. And then you could just put this thing on top, but I generally don't. I put something first, and then 3 colors. If you look from the top, it looks, this black looks like a shadow because it's dark inside, and this one should be black as well, because otherwise it won't work. And then I can put something on that, so let's put this clip. You don't need to worry about it being upside down. And then I want to connect it back to the ground, so I can put an upside down one here, one of these things with a hole and a bar, and there you go. And then like, okay, more, add more, because this is very bleak, very boring. So let's put things on, like this arm, for example. Maybe 2, maybe 3, and there we go. 3 arms, this bottom. Let's put like this thing there, and then maybe these like gravy bits. I'll put these things on. Well, let's space it out correctly. There we go. I don't think I can put things. I mean, no, not really. So I'm not going to. Well, let's remove this one again. Place it with one of these. And then here, that doesn't fit. And this is still a little bit bleak. It's just a pillar coming over the ground. So let's get it a bit fuller. Put something there. And maybe I use. Where did I? Oh, I pinned it. One of my favorite pieces, because these things basically inverse it. So I can put this in inverse. And these holes on the side of these hinge parts are actually the same as bars. So I'll put this there. Oh, it looks like it's holding it up. And then maybe this over it. But this needs to be connected more. Let's put this over it as well. This is still not doing anything. So I can put like this there. Oh, doesn't fit. And maybe make this one white. Something like that. And then here, I don't know, put these things here with two of these leggy bits. Place them somewhere else. Select them both so they will be the same height, and then use this thing in the middle. And then you have some greebling. And then you just simply continue this, make some random pipes which goes places to places. Remember to use very small pieces. Most of these are very small, one by one. And don't be afraid to use pieces that are weird. Like this one, for example. You can maybe copy this, and now it can look like some sort of machine because they have a stud in here. Maybe you can make that as the connection point. I don't know. And then maybe this there, this there. So now I've integrated this piece. And this is a jetpack. Even though it doesn't look like a jetpack in this configuration. So this is a simple tutorial on how to greeble my way. There are also people who say greeble in one color. It's kind of like your preference. So if I get a very quick render of this greebles. Also keep in mind that greebles take up a lot of pieces. You can make it in one color. I generally think this is very boring and not looking very rough and like cool and all. So I use different shades. It's basically just black, dark red, and light bluish gray. Sometimes once I use also metallic silver, but that is was for my big ass ship. This one, to have it more like a metal feel, even though if you look at my other builds, they don't really have this, they're not built this way. Got it. So this one is not in metallic. This one's also very flat greebles. And here's some more greebles. Repeatance, more than one machine, maybe you need more than one generator. Heat waste disposal, satellite dish, missile launcher, or whatever. So you have 8 missile launchers. No idea what this is. Maybe a missile launcher as well. These ones are also missile launchers. This is a door. And then these things, I think they're RCS. And this is very flat. And these are turrets with a gun in front. So don't worry about repeating. Just keep the pieces small. You also don't need to worry about using odd looking pieces. As you can see here, I use a hammer. And if I go back to my studio thingy over here, you can see that I have even comp, I don't know what it is. I use that. This, a hair dryer even, or just a blade saw, a utensil, syringe, or a classic compact radio thingy, or like an air tank. And if you look very closely to my Greebles, this is my newest thing, you can kind of go to and hunt for these pieces. I'm not sure if they're in everything, but you can see some very odd pieces in there. Because it's so chaotic, they kind of blend in. This is my first ever Greebling that I did. And this was actually meant to do things. Because I started doing kind of things like this on my tanks. And I was like, okay, so we have missile silos, we have binoculars, which is supposed to look like viewports. This is a retracted antenna. These two machines are life support, like oxygen or water, I don't know. And then here is supposed to be some sort of a generator or engine. And this is like a radiator. And then some pieces like next to it to clean it up. And here's some other missile silos, which are always turn upwards. And then these again also radiating. All these machines in this one actually had a purpose. This is where I take a lot of inspiration from, because this is basically, if you look at it, it's very complicated with a lot of tubings and silos, and I have no idea what the hell is going on. And that's kind of the same thing I'm going for when I'm greebling. A bit less functional, obviously, because this actually doesn't do anything. And make it like I can connect something here, and then I can connect something to that thing, like this, and then maybe you go this way, and now I want this connected there. I can do it in 2 ways. I can try to make a tower and align it up, but I can also use a hose. this and connect them up. And now we have like a, I don't know, goes from here in here and goes together in this little thingy and then goes like that through this machine and goes back into the ground again. And then these like a round tile with a pin I use to make some things upside down. So this one has studs on the top and then I can place them upside down like that. And as you can see, it's getting quite dense and complicated already, even though I'm just randomly placing pieces. Some sort of bridge, but then there's a little hole in the middle that I need to cover up. And you don't need to cover it up, but to make it look better, it's gonna look more dense. It's really about how dense you can make it. Oh, that doesn't fit. Maybe you can put this, no, maybe it there. And by using different colors, like red, black and white, it gets even more hard to follow. And you can really appreciate how many pieces it's making. These are already 40 pieces on like a 3x5 area. There we go. Greebling. I hope you find this tutorial useful. If you have questions, ask them in the comments. And hopefully see you next time. Bye.